love you. How I love you, Ma.
Pick a pepper pork chop.
Say that 3 times
Pepper
fast.
pork chopped apples and gravy.
What are we cooking today? Pork chop?
Pork chops,
Applesauce.
peppered pork chops
Peppered pork
with an
chop.
apple gravy. This is so simple. Now, I want to just tell something that people always dry out their pork chops.
Yeah.
And there is a way
I'm
that
afraid. We're all afraid.
You're afraid.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid anymore. Don't have to be afraid. There is a really simple way that I got from Cooks Illustrated magazine. Those guys really test their stuff. And this might seem a little bizarre. Here we have 1.5 inches, and you really want a thick pork chop. And these are all from the ShopRite in Canton, and also West Hartford. The Joseph family owns these. And you can go in there, and they're on sale right now for $1.99 a pound.
Wow, that's a really good deal.
If you get 3 pounds or more, but that's 4 pork chops,
Yeah,
right?
that's beautiful.
Because these are thick. And to me, one of these feeds 2 people. All right.
Okay.
So you want 1.5 inches, you want thick pork chops. And you're going to find this very strange. We are going to start off by sprinkling them with a lot of salt. And the recipe's on your website, so you know exactly how much. On both sides, sprinkle them.
That's a lot, yeah.
We're talking a lot of salt.
Again, Governor Malloy is looking for all the salt in the earth. It's in Prudence's recipe.
I got it. Come and get it. And I'll tell you something, this is so against what I've taught you guys, right? Don't salt the meat before you cook it because it draws the moisture out, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's going to draw the moisture out. This is a dry brine. It's going to draw the moisture out, and then after 45 minutes, it's going to suck all that juice back in and flavor the pork. You let it sit at room temperature for 45 minutes, all right?
That's it.
Then this goes in a slow roast oven at 275 degrees. Let me just put this over here so I don't burn them.
Okay.
275 degrees, that's really low, for about 35 to 40 minutes until the internal temperature reads only 120. That's pretty, not quite cooked, 120 to 125. And you've got to get your little prober there because it's really helpful.
All right, so let's go through this again.
Okay.
20 minutes with the salt.
45 minutes with the salt.
45 minutes with the salt.
I'm going to test him.
Just sitting there.
Just sitting there. In the oven.
20 minutes in the oven.
30
This is beyond his skill level. He's still on the George Foreman grill. It's okay.
35 to 40 minutes in the oven until the internal
At 275.
You got it, 275. Okay. You're going to take it out. It's going to look unappetizing gray. Then you just melt a little butter and you brown these for a couple of minutes on each side.
So you're browning it after you've baked it?
After you baked it, because now it's nice and dry.
Okay.
The outside, so you're going to get a beautiful, look at the color of this.
Absolutely gorgeous.
You're going to get a really nice crust on it. And then you're going to take this out when the temperature reads 140 to 145, and you're going to let it rest, and that's going to get some juices like that.
How long is that? How long do you have to pan fry it?
About 3 minutes.
About 3 minutes.
About 3 to 5 minutes. Now, we're going to see if there's any grease. There's not. That's fine. We're going to add a little butter, and we're going to make our sauce and do our apples. Now, we're going to let this butter melt.
So you leave the pork drippings and then put apples and butter.
Yeah. Oh, well, you can do it a couple of different ways. You can fry this right now, and then you're going to add the stock. But let's go ahead and pretend like we fried it because we're short of time. And you're going to fry them for a couple of minutes until the apples are about like that.
Okay.
All right, so let me take these apples out. You got that nice and brown. They're going to be slightly soft. And I did this a little differently, but that's okay. We're going to add now, deglaze our stock. All right? And this is how you make the sauce. This is just chicken stock. And what makes this sauce so great? You ready for this?
What is that?
Apple butter.
It's gray poo-poo.
It's not gray poo-poo.
It's gray
apple
poo-poo.
butter. For him, it's gray poo-poo.
So we've got regular butter and apple butter.
We got, but you know what's in apple butter?
No.
Just apples and cider.
Yeah.
Really?
And make sure you get the one without the sugar and the corn syrup that says nothing but apples and apple cider.
Tap an apple.
Tap an
Okay,
apple.
all natural. All right.
And you're going to whisk this in.
And that makes a nice apple sauce?
Oh
wow.
my God! Well, apple gravy. I hate to say applesauce because we think of applesauce.
No.
I'm calling it apple gravy.
A sauce of apples.
Yeah,
yes.
there we go. And we're going to toss in a couple of sprigs of thyme just for some flavor.
Just so you can say if anybody needs the time, you have it in there.
Right, and then you're going to pour in your pork juices, right? Because that's going to help it. And you're going to simmer it for just a few minutes until, look at this.
Beautiful.
It looks like this. And what I have here is peppered grits, with just some instant grits with a lot of pepper in it. Really good, soaks up that sauce. I want you to try this sauce. I want you to try this sauce because it's not hot. Don't worry, I won't burn you. All right, we got to get a spoon for Kara. Here we go. She gets the bigger spoon. Is that just, this is like so luscious and so rich Put this over mashed potatoes.
That ain't on the plan, baby.
Oh, but there's what's in there: apples, apple cider, and a little bit of butter.
Absolutely
It's
delicious.
delicious.
Appley delicious.
Thank you, Prudence.
All
I'm
right.
going to put the recipe on our website.
And thank you, ShopRite.
Great way to liven up your pork chops. Thank you, Prudence.
All right, we have two young gentlemen here, right from Connecticut, hoping to change the lives for others, and it's called Miles for Charity. This was born back in 2012.
Yeah, and all of the race benefits the Wounded